Howdy folks, David with the Fuchsia City Fearows here yet again with another spicy battle commentary for y'all. Today I played Ian with the Mahogany Town Mews, so I expected him to bring none of what he brought, so I opened with Mana Feed. This was a Specs Mana Feed. Here I did an Ice Beam because I was expecting to switch into something or another. Oh, Shaman, yeah, Shaman switch. And if he gets toxic, which is pretty dang annoying, I expected a Heatran. There is no Heatran in this battle, so that was a little unfortunate. So I switch out because, and I send in Magellan, the Alolan Muck. He doesn't really care if he gets mummied and can knock off with the best of them. Execute comes out and it's Blissey. Sets up some of them Stealth Rocks. And then Muck knocks off Blissey's leftovers and does pretty decent damage, all things considered. From here I was hoping he would try and do a switcheroo, but he soft boils instead, leaving my pursuit to look idiotic and ineffective. I do get a poison off thanks to Poison Touch though, which was nice. So yeah, from there we get a switch into Nidoking, which I was expecting, so I just threw out another knockoff, which does really good damage and knocks off Nidoking's Life Orb, thus limiting his damage. I sneak on him, and unfortunately it wasn't enough damage to get a kill, so takes that Earth Power, takes it pretty well. Yeah, I switch out here because I figured he would predict a Shadow Sneak, so I decided to use this to get Meloetta out. Another Earth Power happens. Meloetta actually takes it pretty well. Hyper Voice, it's a good stab move. And it's a Specs Meloetta, so you know, I brought two Specs this time because I was expecting a Heatran. Sends out T-Tar, and at this point I figured he probably had Pursuit on it, so I figured whatever, I'll just sack Meloetta here. Didn't really have much of a point. The Hyper Voice does okay damage, all things considered, and gets crunched to death. So from here I send Manaphy back in, Angus, and he withdraws the T-Tar, sends out Execute, the Blissey, there it is again, and it goes for the Surf there, which does middling damage considering Blissey's Sky High HP and good special defense stat. And now the Sandstorm happens. Angus takes poison damage and Execute. Natural cured itself while it was away. So I switch out Angus and out comes the Plantish Dog. I was going to name him Fisto after my favorite He-Man character, Fisto, the greatest master of the universe, whose name was Fisto. He has a big fist. That's his magic ability, but I guess someone else is a big He-Man fan, so there's another Fisto already in the league. It's kind of a Plantish Dog, I guess, so his name's the Plantish Dog. I had 10 minutes to come up with a name, so that's the name I chose. Withdraws, sends out Sanic the Shaman to eat up the Spore, and letting you know it works. And get buffed by the Sandstorm. Got another great switch from the Plantish Dog into Cowboy Dan. Yeehaw, folks. Start applying some pressure, and it eats the Psychic I expected it to do. It takes it quite well. Zapdos is a very defensive bird. Got some leftovers procking over here. I think Shaman's got a life orb. We got another switcheroo. This time we're back on Blissey, and wouldn't y'all know it, Heat Wave comes out. That would have hurt the Shaman, but Blissey does not give a shit. Ooh yeah, soak up them leftovers, baby. So I roost. Figure he can't paralyze me, and he hopefully doesn't have toxic on it. So might as well get him to full HP, so when he switches into these stones again, it won't be as big of a deal. Switch him out, and out comes Muck. I sent out Muck because I figured he would not care about being paralyzed if he threw out another Thunder Wave. But instead it's a Seismic Toss, which unfortunately leaves Muck with a whopping 10 HP. And Blissey is indeed faster than the pile of sludge, and it dies the unfortunate death. So Planish Dog comes back to threaten the Blissey, and we got another game of chicken here. So I figured it'd probably be a switch into Cofagrigus. So I take advantage of this to get a Swords Dance off. This was a misplay. I probably should have just bullet seeded here and hoped for the kill, but I decided to greed a bit and get another Swords Dance off, and I get Will-O-Wisp, which really just nullifies one of the prior Swords Dance and leads to burn damage being done, but what can you do? So the Bullet Seed comes out, revealing that I probably should have just killed the mummy when I had the chance. Ugh, look at that beautiful damage. If it left at 3, I would have been pretty cranky, gonna be honest. Guessing I would have gotten hexed heckin' hard. Well, that's the end of Ramses. And now Shaman comes out, Sanic the Hedgehog. Sanic the Hedge God, Heg. And I throw out a Mach Punch. Did good damage, but unfortunately did not kill. So the Psychic. This is basically when everything started coming off the rails. So that's the end of the Planish Dog. And the Life Orb leaves it with, I believe, 2 health. When I spoke to him later, that's what he said was left on it. So I send out Stabbo to threaten it. It's that 2 health, so he just sacks it for, yeah, there we go, there's that Mega Aerodactyl. Stabbo, the amazing dinosaur covered in knives. One night only. Ice Fang does do the 2 damage required to get the kill. I had to calc for that one. It was very close, very careful. Sends out his Aerodactyl, and I realize, oh, this thing is scarfed. I don't have an answer to this. How unfortunate. So, switch into Angus, who I was kind of hoping would be able to take the Stone Edge, or made the Stone Edge miss. It, in fact, was not. It took it with 10, and then the poison killed it. So, really, if it wasn't for the stones and well, I mean, it still would have died next turn. So I sent in Cowboy Dan. Maybe the Stone Edge will miss this time, folks. And he withdraws it. I'm not exactly sure if he could have taken it or not. And out comes the Blissey again. Eats a Thunderbolt. Get my sweet healing off. And about this time I realized Blissey is completely not a threat to Zapdos. And thanks to pressure I could easily outstall it. So there's that Seismic Toss. I'm not too scared, only doing 50 damage. Moves a lot scarier when you're playing at level 100s, gotta say. So yeah, he figured out my strategy there and sends in T-Tar, who, there's that Sand Stream. Thunderbolt him. Does okay damage on a crit. And we got a sweet sandstorm up, so that is a sandstorm. I just did another Thunderbolt. Really hoped the Stone Edge would miss, and the Stone Edge in fact does not miss. So that's the end of Cowboy Dan. Yeehaw. So send in Stabbo the Aerodactyl. Pointed stones, whatever. Go for the Stone Edge of my own. In case he tried to do something tricky, you know, switch to predict the Earthquake. But he just sacks it, which was the right move. And, well, now I had to play the game. Hey, gee, I really hope the Stone Edge misses. But it turns out it doesn't matter because Thunderfang, in fact, did do enough damage to end Stabbo. And that's the game. I hope everyone really enjoyed it. If you can't tell, I really enjoyed recording it. Farewell, folks.